Sutcliffe, and he's going to throw this in the air. Justin Madden wins down to Bennett. Throw a blanket over about 30 of them. Ball! Free kick against Hawker. Roberts, good pass to Duperuzal on the wing. He's very keen to play on a bit quickly, I reckon. And that's not a good kick, although it comes pretty well for St Kilda. Greg Burns centres the ball. Scott's there. Good defensive mark to Steve Torban. Back to Crow. Duperuzal again, or Burns. Burns is decked by Madden. And Madden comes off second best. Well, would you read about that? Burns up towards the forward pocket. Comes to Bahagia. Bursts his way through. Gets it again. And kicks out of defence to centre wing. Van der Haar's there. Almost a one-hander. Burns crashes into him. And it's starting to get a little bit physical here. And if there's a stoush, it might warm things up. And I think Simon Madden might lift himself after Greg Burns just minced up his ribs. Thomas to Cox. To centre half forward. Good mark, Parker. Great chest mark. Kicks to full forward. Scott's there and he's got it. A chance for Mark Scott to kick St Kilda's second goal for the quarter, bearing in mind that Essendon, with the win, have managed only 8 behinds for the quarter. Scott, distance about 25 metres only. He aims it well left. It comes back. That's a great kick. It's 15 points the difference now. St Kilda 2 goals into the breeze in this third quarter. We're at the 23-minute mark. And another goal in this quarter by the Saints, and a wind-assisted last quarter could make it a very interesting finish yet. Simon Madden wins. Van der Haar for Essendon. Greg Burns has really lifted himself in this third quarter. Spills to Watson. Fiddler. Good play by Jeff Fiddler. Out to Elphinston. Half back. Up to centre wing. Bennett on all fours drops the mark. Comes to Roberts. St Kilda lifting. Roberts to centre half forward. Past Crow it goes. Gathered there by Scott. Hand pass back to Middlemiss. Oh, a shocking kick by the extra long player, and it will be marked by Stoneham on his chest at left half back. Stoneham comes towards the members' side of the ground, looking for Nagel. He goes to ground. Play on rules the umpire. Here's Gorazidis back on the ground. Out wide to Fearing. The big ruckman's done well. High tackle against Nagel. Gee, Merv Nagel's played a very strange game. Absolutely dominated the first quarter and has had a loaf since then. Fearing to full forward. St Kilda mark. What a mark that was by the one and only Trevor Barker. Now Barker going for goal, and a straight kick could make it very interesting. And he's got it. Simon Madden doesn't get it clear to a rover. Fowler throws himself at the ball. Watson and the mark by Thomas. Grant Thomas to centre half forward. Good mark to Brown. Now Peter Brown, who was at full back, now he's up into attack. Played in a premiership team under Jezza as a full forward, and he's barreled a goal. What a kick by Peter Brown from about 65 to 70 metres. 3 points the difference now, 4.5 minutes into the last quarter, as Simon Madden gets it down towards Watson. Watson's kick. Essendon into attack. Dunn, been a great player for St Kilda. Over the top to Fiddler. A bit dangerous for him. Here comes Hawker. Has to skirt around Dunn again. The handball over Schultz. On to Watson. Goal coming up for Essendon here. A poster. Watson's kicked 1 goal 3. Essendon were 8 goals 9 at half-time. They're now 8 goals 18. Thomas straight up the centre of the ground. At the back, Bennett. Didn't have a chance to get it, though. Fairing has been a good big man. Centre wing. Burns drops a mark. Stoneham. All Essendon here. Oh! Punch away by Trevor Barker. Great football. Max Crowe in ruck against Fairing. St Kilda in the game because of their straight kicking. 10-2 against 8-18. Crowe wins. Dunn, caught by Foles, pushed in the back though. Free kick to Dunn. Thomas, well shepherded by Elphinston. To centre half forward. Neil Danaher can't mark. Clark's handball went past Madden. In goes Burns. And Watson. Watson somehow flicks it out. Folds. Essendon 66, St Kilda 62. Neil Danaher. Crowe in the forward pocket. Out of bounds. Jeff Dunn hasn't given up all day, no matter what the height of the man standing next to him. 12 scoring shots against 26 and only 4 points the difference. An amazing game. Roberts did well there. Up towards centre wing, bouncing in no man's land. Here's Peter Brown. Up to centre half forward. Gorazidis from the back. And Burns. Mark Scott leads the race on this. He missed. Just a behind. Scott, 1 goal 1. A goal would have put them in front then, and they haven't led all day. Stoneham. Over the top. Clark has plenty of time. Close to the boundary line. Terry Danaher. Should be a 15-metre penalty, and is. Danaher up to centre wing. Short pass. Foreman, he got there. He's been able to get in the clear a lot, Wayne Foreman. Kick number 14, this. To centre half forward. Big pack. Max Crowe's there. At the back, Thomas. Gee, he's had a lot of kicks, Grant Thomas. Barker. Neil Danaher at the back. Over the top to Foreman. I think Essendon went into this game thinking the 4 premiership points were just there for the taking. There's Crowe. Schultz. Shocking kick. Bahagia at centre half forward. Oh, almost threw the ball to Simon Madden. Here's a goal coming up to the skipper. And it's been a long time between drinks. That's Essendon's first goal since in the second quarter. And we're now at the 8-minute mark of the final quarter since the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. Eventually the kick in by Morrison. Kellett in front. And with a breeze right at his back, Mark Kellett is not without a chance of kicking this. This is 50 metres out. The difference is 16 points. St Kilda badly need it. He's put it up high. It's a good kick. Mark Kellett's first goal. The margin back to 10 points. 19 minutes gone in the last quarter, and St Kilda now trailing by 10 points as Neil Danaher marks on his chest. Over centre wing. Elphinston in front, a good mark. 5 marks. Robert Elphinston. Up to half forward flank. Gorazidis with a huge leap. Front of the pack, Stoneham. Back to Morrison. Bahagia at the back of the pack. Been a pretty quiet day for Budgie. Taking it right to half forward. A low kick. Chance for Schultz. Defensive pocket. Goes for goal and misses. 2 goals, 2 to Graham Schultz. Still only 2 kicks behind St Kilda. Watson at the back to Nagel. On to Folds. Long kick. Hawker. Oh, good mark. Still into the teeth of the wind from there. And no easy matter from about 35 metres. Kick number 12 to Glenn Hawker. Essendon 30 scoring shots to 14, and they lead by only 11 points. Oh, it's a good kick. Oh, it's a beauty. "21 minutes gone, and the Bombers lead by 17 points, which looks pretty handy. Burns' fly hack is intercepted by Folds. He's kicked to full forward. He's going back to the centre. There's a bit of a box on. It's a 15-metre penalty against St Kilda. Could have penalised Essendon then. Folds to have another kick. 86 to 69. Van der Haar. What a mark by Paul Van der Haar. I don't think we've seen that for a couple of years. The Flying Dutchman. Right in front, 30 metres out, and the breeze brings it back for another goal, and it looks pretty safe for Essendon now.
St Kilda got within 3 points in the last quarter, but Essendon steadied to win by 17 points. They led at every change, and their margin of 17 points was the extra 17 behinds they kicked, 12-21 to 12 goals 4. For Essendon, Van der Haar 3, Foreman, Schultz and Simon Madden each kicked 2, and for St Kilda, Gorozidis, Roberts and Scott each kicked 2 goals.
Kick by Jeff Fiddler. Over half back. Bahagia at the front. Taken away by Hawker. Loses it. Bahagia a good gather. Knocked up the ground by Cox. Mildenhall. Taken away by Bahagia. Runs towards goal. Long kick. A chance. A great goal by Tony Bahagia. Neil Danaher. Justin Madden. Very heavy black ball now. Elphinston, a freak mark. Essendon in attack. Comes to the back to Foreman. He's real Foreman material today. Right to the goal square. Fowler there again. We're done. And what a mark. Essendon supporters in the outer gave that free kick. Centre half forward and a fine mark taken by Van der Haar again. Kick by Jeff Fiddler. Over half back. Bahagia at the front. Taken away by Hawker. Loses it. Bahagia a good gather. Knocked up the ground by Cox. Mildenhall. Taken away by Bahagia. Runs towards goal. Long kick. A chance. A great goal by Tony Bahagia.
Looked, it was all over as far as St Kilda were concerned. As far as Essendon was concerned, St Kilda were coming back well. They kicked 3 goals against the Breeze in a magnificent third quarter. But then the signs of a good side showed through, and Essendon came back against the Breeze, kicked 2 or 3 goals, and went on to win fairly easily. And they're set up very well for the finals. St Kilda, I wouldn't be too disappointed.
Cool under pressure for Essendon against St Kilda.
He's under pressure, but he shrugs the tackle off, steadies and goals. Tremendous play from Timmy Watson.
But Elphinston.
That's Justin Madden, his kick up high.
One of
2
his
now by Trevor Barker.
For the game, and first in fact.
1.
Half forward, who's that Barker?
Side, allowing for the Breeze to be held up in the stand. He does that now, it's held up there. Scott's up, so
Then 2.
beautiful mark by Trevor Barker, magnificent mark.
Paul Van der Haar.
Forward, Van der Haar. Oh, tremendous mark, Paul Van der Haar.
Manages the 3 goals. from some magnificent individual efforts by Trevor Barker in that third quarter. One of his marks and goals was good. Here's one of the good players for St Kilda. They had a few. In fact, they had more good players for the day than what Essendon did. And that's a sign perhaps of a good side, though, as far as Essendon is concerned, where you can be beaten for a lot of the games in a lot of the scrambling, rough play, and coming towards the final quarter, really have your tails against the wall and then come out and win. And that's what Essendon did in that final term, with some good individual efforts. Again, Tim Watson and Van der Haar. I think Kevin Sheedy would be very happy with Paul Van der Haar's effort at centre-half forward, especially in the final moments of the game when he was really needed. Michael Roberts, who kicked that ball up to Gorazidis, and that was clever play by Gorazidis to get it over there to his teammate. And Scott, who I don't think is the answer to St Kilda at full 40, took one good mark and kicked a goal into the breeze in that third quarter, which is a team lifting goal, but apart from that did very little else.
What about Middlemas at full forward? He came from Geelong with their reputations at full forward.
Well, I don't think he could play it. Well, he might be able to play at full forward, Sam, because but he certainly can't play at centre-half forward. He took a number of very, very good marks at centre-half forward and then was completely lost when he had to do something with it. Perhaps at full forward, when all he knows he has to do is go back and have a shot at goal, he could be okay. But certainly not at centre-half forward, he's not the answer. Essendon, on the other hand, there's Schultz running into the goal. He kicked 2 goals when they needed, and there's Van der Haar, as I said before, taking that mark. Schultz is a very, very good player when they're shooting for goal. We all know how good he is, and he only missed one. He kicked 2 goals, one yesterday.
Why the bad kicking by Essendon?
I think a lot of pressure by St Kilda, but also a lot of blasé, as Kevin said, by the Essendon players in kicking for goal in that third quarter. They felt that they were winning the ball well.
What do you think
it down.
of them,
Dave?
What do you think of them?
Oh, they're a good side.
Yeah.
They've always had the good players, and I think credit's got to go to Kevin Sheedy to
get them together.
Oh, he really has.
It's a hard win down at Moorabbin at any time.
Any time it's hard to win down there, and to win against the Breeze in the final quarter when St Kilda were really on top at that stage was a great effort by them.
Now, you said Ferring played well. Was that against Madden? Is that because he played him physically?
Yes. Yes, he went out with that lesson, that object in his mind all the time was purely just to play him physically, and he did. Played him very, very solid, and Madden lost a lot of that ability to get where the ball was.
You think they're fading a bit?
Pardon?
You think they're fading a bit?
No, I certainly don't. I think that it's just the game that Kevin Sheedy would have liked, though. I think they won a hard game, and the big one coming up against Collingwood next week, you'll have him right up there.